front court. Shot clock turned off as they get a chance to build their lead. On the Pacers come away with the steal. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint. Desperation shot here from half court. First quarter's complete. The Jazz out in front. First quarter complete, on to the second period. A little bit of a feeling out process so far.
I know you're wondering why I'm clapping. Both teams came out in the first quarter and they executed. When do you ever see that, Ed? You have to continue to bring those competitive juices into the second quarter, and we're going to have one heck of a ball game.
Big pick right there.
Offensive rebound. Oh, good defense by the Jazz as they come away with the steal.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Pacers with the possession. To Turner. Here comes the screen. Turner. Probing the defense. To Turner. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Miles Turner. Miles Turner swats it.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
And the reward, a couple of shots at the line.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
UTA, a couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 72%. Nope. First one does not go. Oh, he missed them both. Pacers control. To Brogdon. Sizing up the defense. Oh, good defense by the Jazz as they come away with it. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Sometimes you hear people give all these fancy breakdowns, tell you all these different things they can do. That was just plain old simple bully basketball. Muscled his way through the lane.
The three, buries it on the catch and shoot.
And I just hear my high school coach preaching this thing to me every single day, and it's still pertinent for the NBA. It's all about spacing. And when you have guys who are lethal three-point shooters and they understand spacing, oh, that whole floor opens up, and that's a thing of beauty to watch.
Brogdon. UTA able to recover with the block.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
That's going to be out of bounds. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Conley. And the reward, he's going to the line.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
And gets both to drop at the line. Jay, no question, the Pacers were the surprise of the NBA last year. What are your expectations for them now?
Top 4 seed in the Eastern Conference, and it all starts with Victor Oladipo. Last year, he was the guy, but this year, he needs to become the man.
Oh, the pass stolen by Indiana to Oladipo. Around the perimeter to Oladipo. Shot from the lane won't go. Here comes the screen.
Right.
Knocked loose. Pacers have it. To Brogdon. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
That's a sign of somebody who's here to compete.
Rudy Gobert. That's 3 now on 4 shots.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Beyond the arc for 3. That's off the side of the rim, short. It's Jazz ball. Conley. That'll get out off one of the Pacers. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Five to shoot for Utah. Fires the 3, misfires. It's no good. The follow won't go either. Oladipo into the front court. Down 2. Great defense there, forcing the pickup. And he's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for 2.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
First one goes down. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. It's no good. If he takes those shots, he'll be back on the bench in no time. Oladipo. Here comes the screen. To Oladipo. Drives, but a shot won't go down.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
Oladipo into the front court. Down just a couple. Nothing going here on that drive. Goes to the left side. Working hard on the glass. To Oladipo. 5 to shoot for Indiana. That's what you'd like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
The NBA's most improved player was a guy that always invested in himself, both on and off the court, but he always put in the work to be better. Was a sponge for information, an insatiable appetite to be the best. But the difference is, he's believing in himself. Whether that's singing at the NBA award show or performing at the highest level on the court, it's safe.
To Brogdon. Here comes the screen. Rudy Gobert with a piece.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
To Gobert. And finishes strong.
The true first team and was tied for the lowest opponent field goal percentage at 43%. You ain't getting by that.
Oladipo couldn't keep it in. Out off Victor Oladipo. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Exum into the front court. Lead is 2. Down low for Udo. Off the assist.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
He's too good to leave that wide open. Defense has to communicate.
I know these mishaps happen defensively, but sometimes this can be the best thing for an offensive player who maybe hasn't found his rhythm yet. Don't let him get going.
On the Pacers come away with the steal.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Oladipo into the front court. Down a point. Here comes the screen. Rudy Gobert pins it. That's out of bounds. Last touch by the Jazz. Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. Oladipo buries the 3. He's too good to leave that open.
I mean, they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
Here comes the screen. To the basket goes Exum, but he can't get it to go. To Oladipo.
Hey, kick me the ball.
Turner. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Not getting the bounce. Oh, not a good pass there as it's stolen by Utah. And now he's going to shoot a few more as he's fouled going up for it.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
Bojan Bogdanovic at the line for 2 shots. A career 86% from the line. And hits the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2. It's Indiana basketball. Oladipo. Screen coming. The Pacers with 4 to shoot. To Oladipo. Here's a chance from long range. They were all over Oladipo. Missed the shot.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Mitchell with the basketball. They trail by 2. And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
First one, count it. And he makes them both. Oladipo. And scores. Nice footwork to get around the defender.
Look, do I love the versatility offensively of Domantas Sabonis? Yes. But let me tell you why I love even more. Sometimes you need somebody who just gives a hard screen. Somebody to put the defender right on their back. Send a message. That's what Sabonis brings to the table.
Trying to cash in. Deep 2 there. Won't go. To Turner. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The results, he's going to the line.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big-time play.
Miles Turner has got 2 shots coming. He's perfect from the line so far. First try at the line, no good. Good bounce back. Hits the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Donovan Mitchell with the rock. Has a look. Mitchell's shot comes up empty. To Oladipo from long range. That won't go.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
That's out. Last touch by Rudy Gobert. Five to shoot for Indiana. Lets it fly from long range. That no good. Off the mark. Utah's got it. Deep left corner. Down low for Udo. Almost. Unlucky bounce. Here comes the screen. Oh, had him going there for a second. No good. Oh, looked like he may have gotten him there. He'll let one fly from half court. That's it. First half has come to an end. The Pacers have the lead.
time for the Rose Report at halftime, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. Throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaking. These are the guys getting buckets for the Indiana Pacers. Have a look at the leading scores for the Utah Jazz.
Game track. Steals.
That must have been a difficult half of basketball for these coaches to watch. Neither team was able to hold on to the ball, as you can see by the steals in these highlights. Still, some credit should go to the guys with the active hands.
Player of the half.
The film speaks for itself. He's definitely the player of the half. Now he just got to give an encore to get his team to win.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this, except that he fits the title of this segment? He was definitely cold in that first half. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
Nothing going here on that drive. It was right there.
This team is collectively feeding off their negative energy so far in the second half. Everybody is mad. Everybody is frustrated. Nobody's decided to take the torch and say, hey, look, follow my lead.
Count the basket inside.
And if you're on defense on that last possession, no need to look over to the coach's bench, hold up your arms, wonder what did you do. Everybody got back. Everybody communicated. Everybody pointed. It was just better offense than it was defense.
Mike Conley, he's 5 for 10, shooting 50%.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Oladipo. Going to launch beyond the arc. Not that time. He missed it. Conley. Knocked loose. Pacers come up with it.
Don't rush this now. The game's been tight so far.
To Turner. Rudy Gobert sends it away. Missed it. Almost a foul. They let it go.
And I know this is an off day for him, but still, that serves as no excuse for you not to give any effort on the defensive end. Here's a trick. If you get yourself engaged defensively, that can at times help you offensively.
To Oladipo. Oh, good defense by the Jazz as they come away with the steal. Knocked loose. And that's going to get out of bounds. It'll stay with Utah. Has a chance. Knocks it down from mid-range.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
To Oladipo. Screen coming. Oladipo to Turner. Efe Udo. Huge block.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Nothing going here on that drive. For three, buries it on the catch and shoot.
Yeah, and what we're seeing is you have ball movement, player movement, and great shooting to top it off. You get those three things going, they're going to be a dynamic offensive unit.
Gobert to Conley. For three. Message received. Well defended.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Jazz have the ball. Driving right to the basket. Layup's good. That's as high percentage as it gets.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Hey, check up. Let's go.
Nothing going here on that drive. Right through the heart of the defense. The layup is good.
For any fans out there that thought Donovan Mitchell didn't put any stock into the fact that he was not the Rookie of the Year, you are wrong. Donovan Mitchell is that type of guy that uses everything in his power to fuel him to be the best on the court each and every day. If that was a campaign he built with Adidas, rookie question mark, it doesn't matter. That perceived failure is something that will only make this kid better tomorrow.
Shot by Warren, no good. Rudy Gobert rejects it. Utah with the possession. Trying to cash in. Conley with a shot, comes up empty. To Oladipo. Nothing going here on that drive. Rudy Gobert snatching it out of the air.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Mitchell picked up by T.J. Warren. You've got to get that one to go. To Oladipo. Here comes the screen. To Turner. He wants it at the rim and scores.
Bread and butter, and there are few that can do it better off the screen.
Across the timeline, it's Conley. His guys trail now by 4. Oh, the pass stolen by Indiana. To Oladipo. Fires the 3. It's no good. Shot's not going down. Mitchell with it up top. Down 4. Conley to Gobert. Rudy Gobert. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Now a whistle, and Indiana is going to use a timeout as they'll make sure they're aligned here in a 2-point ball game. Time to shuffle things up. The Pacers with 4 to shoot to Oladipo. Beyond the arc for 3. That's off the side of the rim, no good.
Give the defense some credit here. He killed them in the first half, driving and scoring at will. But now, it's lockdown time.
Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Throws it down.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
It's good. And one.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Mike Conley at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 81% free throw shooter. Free throw's good to cement the three-point play. The lead is back down to 1.
Match up.
To Oladipo. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Miles Turner trying to cash in on the three-point play, shooting 66% in this contest. The free throw good. Caps off the three-point play. The lead is 4. Utah ball. Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
To Turner. Fires the 3. And he can't get it to go down. It's no good. Down low for Gobert. Scores from the post.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
To Oladipo. Here comes the screen. Oladipo. Deep left corner. To Turner. Able to convert inside.
It's so difficult to block a guy like that with that kind of athleticism and length. Your timing almost has to be perfect, but pretty much there's no stopping him when he's around the rim.
Nice finish at the rim.
So many times you can tell if a player is going to finish before he even gets to the rim. Did you see that look on his face? That was a look of a three-point play. You're always going in thinking you can get more at the rim.
Turner. Rebound hauled in by Exum. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs spit, and that's the game.
Changes coming from both sides right now. one more to his total. Indiana with the basketball. Oh, he's denied.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making... Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
To Joe Ingles. Knocked loose. That'll get out off one of the Pacers. So possession stays with the Jazz. Time for some new personnel into the game. Joe Ingles. Shot from the lane won't go. To Oladipo. Victor Oladipo with the slam.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
To Joe Ingles. Gobert. Oh, I missed a short one there. To Oladipo. Lets it fly from beyond the arc, and it's Exum who claims the rebound. From the painted area, won't go down. Pacers with the possession.
Big hit right there.
Not going to have it this time.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. And he knocks it down. Jay, as key a move as you'll find in the NBA.
Ed, it is the new age triple threat. It does two things. Number one, it creates distance in a hurry. Number two, when you're stepping east to west while maintaining your dribble, which is the difference maker, it throws a defender off because now he's at your mercy and he's off balance.
And it just may be, Jay, the biggest threat late in the shot clock.
Especially if you add a hesitation to the move, or if you look at the rim, you'll most time have the defender jumping out of the shoes.
We wish defenders all the best in this game defending that. Oh, leaves the defender in the dust. Joe Ingles. Gets a shot up off the mark. Pacers control.
I'm here. I got ball.
And count the basket. Deep three at the buzzer. 3/4 down with the Pacers in the lead. It's Utah basketball as we begin the 4th quarter. They trail to this point, but you'd have to say this one's up for grabs.
And the new style we play with in this league, all it takes is 3 quick threes, and you're right back in the ballgame.
Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
And when plays like that happen with multiple players touching the ball, the basketball gods will 100% reward you.
Oladipo. Oh, nice find for the basket.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. And throws it down.
How about right after the dunk, he looks right over towards the bench, gets a call from the coach about what defense they're in, and then gets his team set. Those are people that are able to lead men.
Oladipo into the front court. His team up by 7. And a throwdown.
Just wait a second, Ed. Wait 1 second. Can we go back to the play before this great play that we just saw? Just because you have a bad offensive possession, you can't allow that to go down and reciprocate itself on the defensive end. One bad play does not make 2 bad plays. You have to bounce back. That's how you play this game.
It's Indiana basketball. It's good. Count the basket and the foul.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Victor Oladipo at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 80% at the line. Oladipo finishing off the three-point play as the Pacers add to their lead. Indiana with the basketball. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Mitchell with the basketball. The deficit now up to 12. Joe Ingles. Short jumper stays out.
See, the defender did a really good job. He stayed down. He didn't go and bite for all the head fakes. He waited until the last second to contest that shot. Way to know the scouting report.
Efe Udo sends it away.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Efe Udo with the block. That's out of bounds. Last touch by the Jazz. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Good defense by the Jazz as they come away with it.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Joe Ingles knocked loose. Pacers have it. Cashes in for 2.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
To Oladipo. That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Oh, denied.
As my old teammate RJ would say, stay down, clown.
Pacers with the possession. To Oladipo. Here's a chance from long range. And Victor Oladipo, wide open look. He cashes in for 3.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Bojan Bogdanovic, guarded by T.J. Warren. Has a look. Shot by Bogdanovich, no good.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup to Turner. Five to shoot for Indiana. Has a chance. Won't go.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes,
oh, ferocious slam inside.
It's really a dope thing when passing becomes infectious, but don't become overly passive. Still take your shots when they're there.
To Turner. Ah, missed it. How'd that not go down? Knocked loose. Pacers come up with it. Oh, leaves the defender in the dust. To Oladipo from long range. And Victor Oladipo, quick catch and shoot that time for three.
I know the refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
Now preparing to shoot at the line.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
Donovan Mitchell, couple of free throws on the way. Hasn't missed yet. And he connects on the first free throw. Able to convert on both free throws. Oladipo into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. Brogdon to Oladipo. Great hustle. That's what you like to see. Good defense. He had nowhere to go. The result, jump ball. Well, as they get ready for the jump, someone's going to come away with the basketball. It's Jazz ball. Conley picked up by T.J. Warren. Oladipo into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. Lets it fly from long range, buries it on the catch and shoot.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Oladipo to Turner. Nothing going here on that drive. Brogdon. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Pacers control. Oladipo to Turner. Epe Udo tips it. That's his 3rd block this evening.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Oladipo into the front court. He'll run the offense. Here comes the screen. A drive down the lane, but the shot stays out. Conley into the front court. His guys down big. Turner. Oh, not a good pass there as it's stolen by Utah. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Here comes the screen. Shot by Warren misses. Conley into the front court. Down a bundle. To Joe Ingles. Mitchell's shot, no good. To Brogdon. Oladipo to Turner. The Pacers with 4 to shoot. Oh, good defense by the Jazz as they come away with the steal. And the basket good at the rim. Now the Pacers going to use a timeout as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the fourth quarter. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Oladipo over to the right side. A good defense by the Jazz as they come away with it. From the painted area, won't go down. It's Indiana basketball. To Oladipo. And count the basket inside.
So much about passing is about the pace of the pass. Sometimes you need to dart the pass through the gap. Other times you need to have a feathery touch where you can loft the ball up for your player to dunk the ball. That pace is everything in this game.
Conley goes to the left side. Trying to cash in. Knocks it down from mid-range.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Down to 5 on the 24. Rudy Gobert swats it. 24-second violation. Substitution being made in this one. Conley. Doesn't have the touch. No good. Nice follow-up on the dunk there. He took it out on the rim that time.
Oh, there's no better feeling than after throwing that one down, hanging on the rim a little bit, looking at your opponent beneath you, making him recognize that's where you'll be the entire ball game.
To Oladipo. Five to shoot for Indiana. To Oladipo. Going to launch beyond the arc. They were all over Oladipo. Missed the shot. Shot won't go. Indiana with the basketball. to Turner. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
And he's going to the free throw line.
That's actually not a bad move at all. You're applying more pressure on him by sending him to the line.
Domantas Sabonis at the line for 2 shots. He's perfect from the line so far. Off the mark on the first free throw. Missed the second. 0 for 2. Ruling is there was intent. It's an intentional foul.
I don't know if that was part of the game plan. Sometimes a foul like that can fire up the other team.
Donovan Mitchell with the rock. To Gobert. Nice pass to get things going.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
The screen sets him up for 2.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here, because that was not an easy look.
Mitchell with it up top. The deficit now up to 13. A fundamental shot right there.
I got this plan. Let's go. Here we go. I got
him. This one to the Pacers as they win this one handily. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Pacers
Almost let this one get away from them, but they managed to get the victory.
I could get into detail about their play calling and shot selection, but let's be honest. We all know that the dunks were the most exciting. I'd be surprised if the rim isn't a little bit bent at this point. The Jazz must be devastated after such a close loss. Chemistry was clearly not the issue today, because they were definitely sharing the ball well. Still, everyone knows they'd rather be sharing the joy of a victory. Here are the guys who put up the most points. For the Utah Jazz,
Game track. Field goals.
this was a matchup in which solid shooting was prominently on display. I definitely enjoyed it. Like I'm loving enjoying all of these highlights right now. Great job of effective, efficient scoring from these squads.
Player of the game.
Oladipo was aggressive today with his scoring, getting his points right at the basket. He put down a crazy number of dunks in today's matchup.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show.
Here we go with the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
Here's a view of the upcoming games for the Indiana Pacers. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose, and it's been our pleasure to present you with some NBA basketball.